All right, our first figure in Wave 3 is, of course, Evil Lynn. And there she is again in this iconic Castle Grayskull card back. Look on the back, we've got the beautiful artwork from the episode of the Shaping Staff, which of course is included as an accessory. As we look at the cross sale for Wave 3, we have Webstor, Evil Lynn, Clawful, and Spikor. Let's again take a look at the front of that package. Great looking package, that Filmation cartoon logo. Oh man, can't wait to get this one open. So let's get into it and take a look at that included comic. Alrighty, here is our comic, The Shape of Vengeance. And as always, you can pause if you want to take a look at that story. Looks to be an interesting one. And there's our cross sale again on the back. As we take a look at Evil Lynn, again we see all this great articulation with those hinged and swiveling shoulders, the articulated elbows, hands that rotate and have a hinge in them so you can bend them forward. Of course, we know on these Motu lines you can pull apart the pieces, swap them around if you so choose for some reason. And again, just a great looking figure. The color is slightly dull from where she looked on the cartoon, so just a little bit off, but again, an amazing looking figure. And here is our staff. So we can throw that in. And then, of course, she also has her, I don't know what you would call it, her magic ball, her own little magic staff, and this one will snap in there so she can be rocking all kinds of magicness. So again, a great figure, great accessories, as you can see, just looks fantastic. Great one to have in the line, of course. This is the cartoon collection from Masters of the Universe Origins, and it is Wave 3. All right, here is Spikor in that Filmation cartoon package. Untouchable, master of evil combat. And as we look at the back, we have the fantastic art from the episode The Games. The unique accessory included in this one is the red game piece, and he also comes with some interesting accessories here, the little spike punchy thing. So let's get this open, let's get him out of his plastic tomb and take a closer look at Spikor. Alright, as we take our first look at Spikor, let's check out the comic Honor Amongst Thieves. There is first page. And there's the back. Again, Honor Amongst Thieves. Always love the comics. All right, next up we have Spikor himself, and this guy is crazy looking. As you take a look at that, covered in spikes, and they are kind of rubbery. You can see they bend a little bit, and it looks like that is molded on there, glued on there. You got that great goofy looking face. Bright, vibrant colors from the series. Just super interesting. Looks like maybe we have a reuse of He-Man's arms there. Of course, they've painted over the cuffs, but again, very cool. Now in the sex accessories, we got a couple game pieces. We have the red game piece from that episode. We also have the yellow piece. And if you look at these, they are indeed have handles on them, so we can take Spikor here and make him hold them. We also have this, I don't know what you call it, like this little sprung, this, you know, pronged spiky thing. And what you would do is we'll remove his hand, and that just snaps right in there. Gotta give that a little push, and then he has his spiky hand, or whatever it is called. So very interesting piece. Again, great looking figure. I love that these come with those exclusive accessories from episodes of the cartoon, and that is Spikor from Wave 3. So next, let's take a look at Webstor, a classic figure. Can't wait to see how they approached this. All right, here is Webstor. Of course, that classic vintage Motu figure that had the mechanism where you could move Webstor up and down a rope. Here we see he comes with some sort of grappling hook, again packaged on that classic Castle Grayskull background from the cartoon. It says, make him climb up his line, evil master of escape. As we flip around to the back here, we see the art painting from the Cat and the Spider episode, and it looks like we get a Grimalkin statue. We get the twist into powerful battle positions like they always show, but the grappling hook. Again, we have that iconic cross sail with Webstor, Evil Lynn, Spikor, and Clawful. So now that we've seen the back, immortalizing this iconic character from the cartoon, let's bust him open and check him out closer. First up, we'll take a look at that Grimalkin statue. So it's very cool, like a, looks like a bunny, almost a, I don't know, it's very interesting as you look at that head sculpt. It's more like a cross between a dog and a dog with horns maybe, but that very familiar body shape of Battle Cat and Panther. So very cool, neat little accessory. Then we got Webstor himself with those, I don't know, is it an extra set of eyes or red dot eyebrows? Very interesting. Since he's supposed to be spider-like, I'm gonna say they're little tiny beady eyes. And we have our grappling hook, which you see we can extend quite a bit. And then on the back here, we have kind of a little knob we can use to twist and lift him up his rope, you know, and get that grappling hook back up there. So not mechanized, so there is that, unlike the original. And you know, you got the same articulation as all these figures. He's got, you know, wide range of motion in the arms, elbows. You know, you got the rotation there, the elbow ratchet rotation around the hips, the joints on the legs and knees, swivel on the calf area, and the feet move a little bit. So very cool figure, a staple of that vintage retro line and really one you've got to have in any Masters of the Universe collection, and especially in the Filmation line. So we're getting down to business. Wave 3 is almost done. Next up, let's take a look at Clawful. All right, here is that packaging for Clawful, the last figure in Wave 3, really the last one released in 2024. Very cool crab-like villain, the warrior with the grip of evil, as it says. And as we flip around to the back, we see Clawful in his assault on Castle Grayskull, Driel's return from that episode. Included with him is the Horn of Evil. Gotta have the Horn of Evil. And it looks like the comic included again is the same one that came with Spikor, Honor Among Thieves. So let's take a look at Clawful. All right, first let's take a look at that Horn of Evil. And as we get a close look at that wide open hole with that evil sculpt on there, big spike teeth, menacing eyes, aptly named Horn of Evil. You can just imagine the annoying, horrible noise when someone blows air through this thing. So here is Clawful, and he's got that kind of snake or dragon-like head and those crab-like claws. Now they do not have any articulation to open and close those claws. They are just molded straight in there. But you do have all the other standard articulation on this figure. As you move him around, you know, you got the head that moves. You can swivel at the waist, the legs, the knees, the ankles. So lots of typical Origins style articulation. And really not sure how you're supposed to have him hold this thing. Probably just barely is gonna hang in there. There's really not you know, a lot he can do with those hands. So there he is, getting ready to blow the Horn of Destiny. This is again a great figure. Lots of great sculpting on him. Love the detail around the head, the feet area, which looks to be reuse of Merman, which is common among some of these more creature-like characters. We saw the same feet on Webstor as well as Merman. And I'll just put that there because I have no idea how he's gonna hold that long term, but there you go. That is Clawful, the final figure in Wave 3, which means, you know what? We are done with 2024 era cartoon collection figures, and we're about to jump into the 40th anniversary of She-Ra. Can't wait to dig into these.